Welcome everybody back to the Half Crab Recap, our second episode of this show. We're going to be going over the March 24th episode of Monday Night Raw. We're going to kick it right off with the John Cena promo that started the show in front of that Scotland crown. And listen, I do not like this version of John Cena. And I'm not just saying that because he turned his back on me. I find this guy absolutely stupid. This character sucks. This makes absolutely no sense. He's sitting there crying. He's crying. He's saying he's gonna ruin wrestling. What are you even talking about, dude? You already ruined it by turning heel. And Louis Wannick was in love with you for whatever reason. So that's my 2 cents on it, Jay. What do you think?
So it is kind of like a different change of pace to see John Cena in the role of a heel, where he's basically saying like, "Oh, I don't need to have this confrontation right now," and like kind of when like he squared up to Cody and left. It's kind of like every instance over the past 20 years where Cena's in that good guy role, and whoever he's going up against, the bad guy, goes up to him, tries to get in his face, and then leaves. So it's different, definitely to see Cena in that aspect. But I mean, I've been enjoying heel Cena having the crowd chant F you at him. It's definitely different. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because I mean, well, to be fair, Cena's doing his job. He's getting the reaction he needs to get. But yeah, it's been kind of lackluster, him and Cody. I mean, it's kind of just propping Cody up to be that next big supreme good guy, which I mean they're doing a good job of it, but the past 2 weeks has been the same thing. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I do enjoy it. I think it's fun when he calls out the kids in the crowd. I think it's funny, but it is the same thing, and there's still no mention of The Rock, which is weird because like that was the whole point of Cena turning heel at the Elimination Chamber was he's joining The Rock, and now The Rock hasn't even been mentioned by either of them these past couple weeks, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I will say, by the way. Not all European crowds are great. That
Mm.
Scotland crowd tonight
Ooh,
was
It
not
was,
that
it
good.
was iffy.
I will. I just want to put.
it was
I just
50-50,
want to put
but
that out there right now.
Another
let
thing
me
I
add
want to
again.
another thing I want to add is Cody Rhodes basically telling John Cena for the past 2 weeks to like pound sand and beat it. That's not really like what Cody's about. He's about being the guy, and obviously he said like he wants to be the guy, but like it's kind of coming across like wimpy almost. It's not like the Cody that we all know and love.
The major gripe I have
I
with
don't
this is
know.
that neither of them are they don't have a rivalry with each other. They're like
Exactly.
Cena's against the fans, and like Cody Rhodes is like I don't even know, doesn't even
Yeah.
hate John Cena for whatever reason. I, it's just
He's like the
weird.
representative of the fans. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
so weird.
I think they're gonna have a little moment, like they're gonna build to a moment where Cody Rhodes is gonna like boil over, maybe like do something unwarranted to John Cena, then Cena's gonna be like, all right, I hate you now, something like that. But I don't
Right.
know. This version of Cena, I know it's a heel Cena, I get that, but this is too far-fetched in my opinion. This isn't even John Cena. Like this is just like a different guy. I don't know.
I
It's
do I
uncomfortable.
yeah. I do like the whole aspect of like Cena kind of like mimicking the Summer of Punk where he says like I'm gonna win the title and I'm gonna hold it hostage and I'm gonna leave with it. That I found a little interesting because again, it's roles reversed from when Punk said it. Like I'm gonna win the title and leave. It's definitely different. It's funny to see John Cena actually in that seat.
And hey, speaking of CM Punk, that's our next segment. We got the CM Punk promo he just dropped, and I gotta say that was really good, really good stuff. I like to hear him talking about the contract signing, saying that if he doesn't like what he sees on the contract, he might not sign it. I like that. I think this might be a little he might not sign it type of deal, like make the contract signing interesting for once. I don't know. I would usually say yeah, he's gonna sign it, obviously, but I don't know, man. He could get inserted into the Cena versus Cody match.
I fully agree, and I'm kind of gonna take what you said and kind of form my own little opinion. I do like the fact that Punk's gonna see something on the contract that he might not like. Say, for example, it's like I don't know, he finds something he doesn't like, and then he uses Heyman to get his favor and so on, and say maybe have the winner of that match get added to night two or be the number one contender for whoever wins that belt, and like they fight at Backlash or something like that. I feel like this match kind of needs some sort of stipulation. I've kind of come on to that idea a little bit. I was saying in the past that the triple threat kind of works, but I think there needs to be some added. Obviously, there's no like DQ or anything like that, but there needs to be that extra emphasis or like reward for winning that match.
Yeah, I'm all for maybe giving it a number one contender match after WrestleMania, but I don't think they should do what they did last year and have the night one main event, if that were the main event, then bleed over into the night two main event because Cena Cody, I don't think needs anything added to that. I mean, that's gonna build on its own. But to go back to that Punk promo, I mean, I feel like he's getting better each week.
Mm,
Like I feel like each time he comes out and cuts one of these promos, they're just getting better and better. And I mean, I'm very excited for this feud. I think Paul Heyman, I don't think he's with Roman Reigns, but I also don't think he's with CM Punk either. I think he's secretly going to be turning on both of them
yeah.
and work with Seth Rollins.
The thing I found wicked interesting is when they showed the poster finally, and Heyman was on the poster. I feel like they wouldn't do that just to do that.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys
Heyman
something.
is a huge part of it.
Let me ask you guys something. Would you rather the things stay the same way they are? You know, get the triple threat on night one, night two, Cena versus Cody, or would you rather have CM Punk get added to night two and keep night one as Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins straight up?
I'd probably take add Punk into the WWE title match. But at the same time, I feel like it's a win-win any scenario, whether you get straight up Roman Seth or you get Roman Seth Punk or you just get the triple threat for the title. I feel like either way, the matches are going to be a banger. So it's just basically, would you like a good thing or a good thing?
Yeah. I think the
I'm
I
going to
think
take
Punk
the
getting added
opposite
makes
there.
sense.
I just feel like that triple threat match with two members of the Shield and then the guy who brought the Shield into WWE. I feel like, I mean, if Mox was still in WWE, it would be a fatal four way.
Agreed.
And I mean, I just really want that match to happen, and they can add it on after for something after WrestleMania. I think that would be very cool and honestly pretty smart, just because then that has something building up after WrestleMania. But I just don't think you need to add anything to Cena Cody or even that triple threat match. I think they're both insanely huge matches on their own.
Let me
Well, the
say
thing
this
is,
though, after these promos, the Cena and Cody match needs anything at this point.
true.
This is like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is all time bad. This is all time bad. What I saw today was disgusting to John Cena's career. And that's I'm gonna leave it at that.
I am going to ruin wrestling.
That's certainly one way to
I don't
describe it.
think it was
I
that
wouldn't
bad.
use that to describe it, but that's certainly someone's opinion.
God,
I don't think it was
they need to
that.
change
I don't
something.
think it was that bad. I just think they need The Rock to be either mentioned or via
Exactly.
That
satellite
that
or
too.
something. Something.
Yeah,
He needs to be
big
involved
time.
in just in any way possible because there's no way that you have that insanely huge heel turn with John Cena, The Rock, and Travis Scott, and then he's just not on TV for until WrestleMania. It makes no sense.
And the fact that
Yeah.
it's been almost a month since the heel turn and The Rock really hasn't been mentioned by either guy is kind of telling.
I don't know.
He's only been mentioned, I think, twice, and it's by CM Punk calling him a
Uh,
bald fraud, and then Pat McAfee today
I was about to say
said
the
Cena joined the
commentators.
final boss. But like,
Yeah, the commentators have said more about The Rock than the actual wrestlers, which I wonder if
right,
that's on purpose or I don't know.
I hate
we'll
this. I hate
see.
this Triple H idea of the long term storytelling.
Yeah.
It's like
It's good, but like I don't need like an 8 month long build like we've seen. Like
the
I'm
end
happy.
product's good,
Yeah.
but that doesn't
Yeah,
mean everything going up to that has to be a mess.
agreed.
So, all right, we're gonna be moving on to our final segment here. We're gonna be talking about the women's triple threat match. Quick little segment they had today. Little what did Adam Pearce came out and he said Rhea Ripley's signature didn't count or whatnot,
Mm.
and then changed it to a number one contender match. Oh no, not a number one contender
It's
match. It's
the
a
title match.
title match. And the winner faces Bianca Belair, which is kind of weird, but I mean, I don't know. I like it. I hope it's probably going to turn into a triple threat. Hey, if it doesn't, that'd be despicable.
Mm.
But I don't know. That's all I got to say about it.
It was certainly weird when Adam Pearce came out. I thought he was just going to add Rhea Ripley to the match. I mean, hell, the champion is even advocating to make it a triple threat, but I guess they need some sort of main event for next week on Raw. I'm not all for Io and Rhea going again. Obviously, Bianca's the special guest referee, so it's going to end in some shenanigans. And hopefully it does lead to a triple threat match because if it leads to just like Io or Rhea versus Bianca, that's gonna be a pretty big letdown, especially the way they've been building this match.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's a little weird that Rhea was like, "I don't want my rematch," and now she's like, "Give me my rematch."
Mm.
So that was a little weird, but and especially the disrespect towards Io Sky that she's been getting. She's the champion now in this feud, and her getting just like pushed around like that. I know she came out on top at the end, but it just feels a little off the way they're like. Well, today Bianca came out and
Yeah.
she was the one holding the belt at the end of the show or end of the segment, and I don't know. It just feels like clunky almost.
They're trying to
And now
make
they're
Io like feel not as important when she's the champion
yeah.
and kind of like the center point of the build right now. I mean,
I
obviously,
feel like
you're good.
I feel like they're trying to make her an underdog in this story when she's
Mhm.
the champion, which is I can see why they're trying to do that because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are two of the biggest stars in the women's division. I get why they're trying to do what they're doing, but they should have just had Rhea Ripley retain her title and have it be like by disqualification or something, and then that's how this triple threat comes to, not switching the title and then making her the underdog. I just feel like it all is a little backwards.
I feel like the way they're going, it's almost setting up that Io's going to eat the pin because they want to protect arguably one of the biggest matches they can make, in my opinion, with Bianca and Rhea. I feel like they want to wait and try to stall that out and have it probably at next year's WrestleMania or SummerSlam, something big like that. But yeah, Io's feeling like the underdog when she's the champion. She literally defeated Rhea Ripley not too long ago, and she's being like built as like she shouldn't be there or she's lucky to be in this spot when she's the women's world champion.
100%.
Like, I actually completely forgot that was a special guest referee match. I like that. That's that's
It's something
interesting,
different.
honestly.
They've been doing
Yeah,
too
I
many of
mean,
those recently between WWE and NXT. I'm not really for them.
uh,
I just
uh,
think it's obvious that Bianca Belair is going to either like miss someone's foot on the rope or count really fast or like something is going to, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Like it's way too obvious.
It's gonna end in some shenanigans where Adam Pearce's hands are forced and it has to be a triple threat match.
what do you guys think about Bianca Belair getting booed tonight, though?
That was
That was
unwarranted. It shouldn't have happened. That
a little
crowd was
weird.
just I get Io's over wherever she goes, but at the same time, those are the three most over women in the whole company. I don't agree with Bianca getting booed.
I mean, they weren't really behind Rhea Ripley that much though either. It
No.
wasn't just
It
Rhea,
was
it wasn't
all
just
Io.
Bianca. They were more for Io Sky than any of the other two. So I think it just goes to show how much people want Io Sky to be champion and beat these two at WrestleMania.
Tom, what do you think?
Io's got to win. That's my last take on it.
Yeah,
Io's
we'll
got
see.
to win.
Absolutely.
It'd be crazy if it goes any other way. But that's gonna do it for our second half crab recap, going over the March 24th episode of Raw. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. Please leave a comment on any other takes, any hot takes, anything, any opinions you had on our takes today. Leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching.